Good meeting, ladies and gentlemen. Let us recall one thing: the power of nature. The gate to the underworld in Siberia is rapidly splitting open against the backdrop of rising temperatures. The Batagaika megadepression reveals enormous quantities of permafrost every year. The Batagaika karst crater in the Republic of Sakha in Siberia has been increasing by 1 million cubic meters annually since 2014. As the soil collapses, thousands of tons of carbon are released. Locals call it the entrance to the underworld, and even the gate to the underworld. They fear that the rift will become so large that it will swallow the nearest settlement, Batagaika, located 700 away. Incidentally, the distance from the crater to Yakutsk is 666 km. Some particularly superstitious locals find this quite symbolic. The Batagaika crater, or simply Batagaika, is located on Mount Yana in Yakutia. It is a continuously expanding thermokarst depression more than 1 kilometer long, up to 800 meters wide, and up to 100 meters deep. New research shows that it expands by 991,790 cubic meters each year. This crater is not volcanic. It formed as a result of thawing permafrost. Climate change has become the main cause of permafrost destruction, leading to the further expansion of the crater. Further studies and conclusions regarding human activity are forthcoming. This process also carries the risk of releasing ancient viruses that have been locked in the ice for millennia. In the mid-1960s, there was only a small ravine at this site, just 100 meters long and 5 meters deep. But when part of the taiga was cut down for the needs of the village, the upper layer of soil was disturbed, triggering the process of its degradation. Flooding has also contributed to the crater's expansion. As a result of the gradual collapse of the depression's walls, layers of permafrost are being exposed. Scientists estimate their age at 650,000 years, the oldest permafrost in Siberia and the second oldest in the world. Ice Age fossils have also been discovered in the crater. In 2009, the carcass of a horse, the so-called Verkhoyansk horse, and a Batagaika bison calf were found there. Later, a hoofed lemming and a frozen foal were discovered. The latter caused a sensation in the scientific world. It was the first fossil animal in which liquid blood had been preserved, and the first perfectly preserved foal found by paleontologists. Since the slopes of the Batagaika crater are extremely unstable, landslides occur there regularly, and the crater continues to grow. Since the 2000s, it has been expanding by 5–10 meters per year. Scientists claim that the cause is climate change, active deforestation, and mineral extraction. According to Nikita Tananev, a researcher at the Permafrost Research Institute of the Siberian branch of the Russian Academy of Sciences, it is already impossible to stop the process. If it rains, the water can expose icy soils. After that, the melting process may accelerate, he explained to reporters in 2023. For now, we cannot say exactly what damage this will cause to the ecology of Yakutia. We often encounter similar phenomena on a smaller scale. Usually, when underground ice melts, the holes fill in on their own. Most likely, in 10–15 years, the soil from the banks will collapse and close the crater, slowing the destruction process. The scientist adds that the growing crater can, of course, attract tourists, but it poses a danger because of landslides. Locals even call it the gate to the underworld. At present, Batagaika is the largest permafrost crater in the world, but its thawing in northern regions is happening everywhere. The permafrost zone occupies 2/3 of Russia, affecting infrastructure and many sectors of agriculture and industry. Nature also suffers. The quality of river water deteriorates, and enormous amounts of carbon dioxide and methane are released into the atmosphere. 15 million people live in the permafrost zone recently. Russian scientists from Lomonosov Moscow State University and the Permafrost Research Institute of the Siberian branch of the Russian Academy of Sciences conducted another study of the Batagaika crater and published an article in the scientific journal Geomorphology. They recorded a very rapid rate of growth of the depression. The team found that one edge of the depression is retreating at a rate of about 12 meters per year due to the melting of frozen soils. The width of the crater has increased by 200 meters over the past 10 years. This means it has grown at an average rate of 20 meters per year, which is much higher than previous estimates, 5-10 meters per year. According to the authors of the study, over the past 10 years an area of ice and sediment larger than that of the 14 Great Pyramids of Giza in Egypt has thawed in the Batagaika crater. Scientists are confident that the expansion of this depression will soon reach its limit. Local residents fear that it will begin to threaten the village of Batagaika, located 7 kilometers from the crater. Figuratively speaking, the gate to the underworld will open so wide that it will swallow the nearest settlement. But scientists reassure that the rift should not expand that far. In Russia, about 15 million people live in the permafrost zone. They have long observed the consequences of its thawing. Before their eyes, pipelines twist and bend, highways crack, railway tracks deform, and former farmland turns into swamps. It is impossible to stop this thawing, but it is possible and necessary to reduce the risks. The Russian Federal Service for Hydrometeorology and Environmental Monitoring, Roshydromet, plans to conduct continuous monitoring of permafrost, with a total of 140 observation points to be established from the Kola Peninsula to Chukotka.